fight right here.
About to get anime up here. Let's get it, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's do this. He said, you're my clone. He said, bro, I'm a clone. Let's do it. Game number 1 is upon us right now. Standing jab to open things up right here for Nico. And again, we're going to see a lot of them with their very linear approach options do a lot of like what one side's trying to do to the other side.
Yeah. There's going to be like different flavors in it, but for the most part, yeah, it's going to be clinking down tilts right there. We just run up down tilt, but both of us are wanting it.
Damn.
And man, just ripping a stock off of him right now. That's insane.
Yeah, Mayo getting done up right there, unfortunately. Nico, of course, with a very strong lead here, 70% right now in his first second. Trying to go for the delayed double-edge dance aerial that time. Very smart, starting it up in the air that way when, of course, when your feet get on the solid ground, won't be too much for your opponent to do to get out of that.
And keep in mind, this is a top 48 qualifier.
Yep.
So this is big stuff right here, and it's do or die time because the loser is sent home, cannot make day 2.
Yep. Championship Sunday right there, and you can tell Mayo certainly wants. That's some spicy Mayo right there, bro.
Yeah.
Love that double-edge dance in the corner. And I love this. I think both sides just so fearless. I mean, going for standing jab and then just anticipating an air dodge in. I mean, now, of course, these days, nobody's really giving you the 2018 air dodge. But it's always good to put it out just in case, you know?
Yeah, they were calling it the American air dodge for a little bit there.
The American air dodge.
Twitter had to get its laughs in. You know, it happens.
You take it,
Game's
bro.
early. Right here, juggle situation for Mayo. Doing a great job just pushing Nico to the outside, you know, whether it's above or towards the ledges, keeping him in disadvantage. But Nico finally going to find something to give him a little bit of advantage. And up smash out of shield. Who are we?
That's right, man. Who you feeling like today, man? Love that. Turnaround F tilt. Yeah, again, caught him with the scoop. I think both sides, again, you go for that short hop forward air, short hop nair. On most characters, you have that luxury of doing it because it's safe. And it's very hard for most characters to answer back. But if you land improperly on me, both these two have up smash that scoop from the left and right. So you better make sure that nair lands when you throw it out.
Yeah, also having all those multi-hits just helps, you know, sort of stabilize the hitbox. We've seen some people fall out of some moves in our time. You know, it happens.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Not out of those up smashes, man. Not today.
We take those, brother. Down tilt, what's it looking like? Looking for that turnaround F tilt. Both players, know that, again, it's important to stay in the corner until it's safe to lead. Look at, he's just a bully. Nico's just a bully.
Let my man down. Got him in the corner, off a ledge. Neutral gets, oh, come on.
Who you feeling like?
That's
Nico.
that plug walk. He ain't happy with how the Trey John set went. Hold up. My man feeling himself.
I love it. I mean, again, this is just the sort of like, this is the sort of like character you want to see at this late. It's an ultimate. I think we have a certain fixed idea of what ultimate is and how fun it can be. It's always nice to see players like Nico bring the fun on the stage.
Yeah, and having options like that where you're just, slowing the pace down. I think walking is so cool in a game like this where everyone's dashing around, especially compared to Smash 4 because you can, crouch or you can do moves out of run a little bit easier in this game.
Yeah.
That the art of walking is a little lost, and so it's good to see that.
And you see walking utilized a lot with like the Mario characters or even like the Fire Emblem characters. Of course, we got Chrom right here, but I think if I'm not mistaken, the fastest walk speed in the game is Martha Lucina.
I think so.
You see it utilized perfectly with characters like that.
Yep.
As if they need anything else, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Jesus Christ. Great normals, pretty good recovery, invincible in the air on the way back, dancing blade. Characters don't need nothing else, bro.
And right there, just flickering the shield and maybe bait something out from Mayo, but Mayo going high. Still going to catch him with that up air.
Yeah, and again, flickering the shield, of course, you're looking for a parry. You're just looking to really the shield whatever the option is. I almost wonder how beneficial it is to parry Chrom and Roy versus just holding shield and getting out of the way. You got to really be confident versus these two characters. They swing really up close and personal, and if you miss the follow-up, you're in some trouble because they're outswinging you more times than not up close.
Yeah, how many clips we've seen of Roy's and they're talking about fighting ghosts on the other end of the stage. Like, that's a character that can swing.
Oh, my goodness, and Mayo getting turned into a ghost right there, man. Out of that first stop, Nico, of course, looking prime and ready to try to close out the rest of this game. I don't want to count Mayo out just yet because stuff like this happens. What's the dash grab? Okay, first hit in there, frame 6. Give me something. Oh, what the? Mayo.
Yo, and Nico's playing, I don't know, confidently, maybe just disrespecting Mayo's space a little bit, but just jumping back up onto the stage with an aggressive option like that. My man is ready to swing at any point in time.
He most certainly is. You got to stay ready, so you got to get ready right there. You need to get ready to grab that ledge, unfortunately. Down that first stock, but it's, oh my God, turnaround F smash. We'll take it in the corner.
And both jabbing at each other. That move's too good to not just be throwing out.
Yeah. Again, it's a good temperature check. See if your opponent, has a pulse. Nothing wrong with it. No, you tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. This ain't looking good on the way back down. Again, both characters, I think, kind of have each other's weaknesses in hand. You know, that inability to land, that ability to combo each other. I mean, that weight system, again, especially what they're looking for off stage. Now, I will give both characters this. Neither side are going too deep for an edge guard.
Yeah.
But, again, I think it helps each other out because they have to recover so close to the stage that they don't have to go out super far to get it done. Damn. Oh, my God.
A little wave land before that, too? What game are you playing,
Bro,
Mayo?
that's what I'm saying, bro. Who you feeling like?
You've been on Rivals or something. Come on. Who taught you that?
We'll take it, bro. Standing jab, doesn't get anything off it, but I love the threat of standing jab. Even if it doesn't land in the corner, it kind of just forces them to land and come back to the stage properly. Now I'm at the stage. I don't want to roll because standing jab ends so quick that he can go for standing jab, and if I roll, he'll catch me. I don't want to also be caught in the corner holding shield versus standing jab because it could be a rinse and repeat scenario. So keep putting the threat of that out. Both characters.
Yeah, absolutely. And parrying that time to be able to punish with a jab, because dropping shield is, I think, like 10 or 11 frames, somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah.
And parrying, just letting you act out of it so fast, was able to get the jab and finish it off with a jab to back air.
Oh, yeah.
2-0 for Nico. That time he came down to last stock, but Nico's looking comfortable in a lot of scenarios. Mayo's got to do something to maybe disrupt the rhythm or something.
Well, that's the thing with the Fire Emblem characters. I'm so glad you brought that up. Like, the majority of the characters do fall into a rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, Chrom and Roy, Martha, we've seen it for sure. I mean, there's very much a rhythmic flow chart, you know, and not to say that the character is bad or anything at all. It's just when you don't have a projectile, when your recovery system is certainly what it is, when your approach options are certainly what they are, you do fall into a bit of a rhythm. And, like, if you could disrupt that and maybe start forcing the other side to think a little bit more before they jump and go for short hop nair, because you know they're going to go for either short hop nair or fair in. You start making a Fire Emblem enthusiast think twice before they do that, they're in for a world of trouble.
Yep. And I think,
Mayo.
Missing the mark, wanting to land on stage with that aerial and maybe buy him some time or box out Nico, but ended up just ruining it for himself right there. Unfortunately, dropping a stock and got to make some magic happen here in Game 3.
That's right. Gonna need a miracle here and fast. And falling up air, forcing a high recovery. Nice. Love the B reverse right there on the double-edged dance, but Mayo just on you right now like a shark. Smells the blood in the water. Again, both sides are going to jab each other to oblivion. I'll take it.
Yeah, no kidding. Had him on the top platform, pushed him off to the edge right now. What's the option? They're both going to whiff a move facing the other way. It's a little romantic for a second there.
I think so, man. Beauty and the Beast. I don't know who's who, though, in this match.
No, for real.
Okay, right. Back air. Oh, B reverse on a neutral special. We getting fit.
Who are you?
You can't hang out here. You can't loiter at the ledge, man. Wow.
Nico has some feelings about that winner set, apparently, and he's taking him out on Mayo right here.
Yeah, we're starting to see like that top player advantage come out here for Nico. Again, the experience. Okay, dash attack, in the corner. That's regrab.
Oh, man. And just the walk back, giving Mayo the space to possibly whiff a move. We're walking away.
Okay.
Down tilts.
He said, mine a little longer than yours. Just a little bit.
Oh, no, walk again. We whiff and grabs. Mayo is swinging. Anything needs to stick right now.
Who you feel?
And Mayo laughing, too. I just looked up. He having the time of his life.
In the corner. Early on the nair. And a little off the mark there with fair, but up smash is going to get, or up tilt, excuse me, is going to get it done. No up smash needed when you're Roy.
Yeah, and like you were saying, oh, man, Nico going to take it 3-0. But like you were saying, a problem for the Fire Emblem characters landing right there. He tried to use the downer, but the hitbox just ain't that good. Ended up costing him a stock right there, but no stocks, no worries. 3-0 for Nico, top 48, making it to day 2.
Yeah, I think both sides just kind of suffer from the same weaknesses, and they also exploit each other's weaknesses really well. I know we talked a bit about that before we came into the match, but again, I hit you with standing jab. It's like those lower to mid %. It's combo city. Then, of course, off stage gameplay, you would think, all right, well, you're a Fire Emblem, you're Roy, not just any Fire Emblem character, but you're one that doesn't really want to go too deep to, go for an edge guard. You would much prefer to, wait for me to come back and then go for a ledge trap option, rinse and repeat. But because I have to recover so close to the stage, now Roy and Chrom both have that luxury of going out and hitting you pretty close to the edge. So great stuff right there to both of those two players. Of course, Nico just showing like his experience in the space. I think he's at the decade mark.